State Rams. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis. Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. That is not the way you want to start with the kickoff going out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Buys a little time. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally, and they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Still running at the 35. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They'll run it. It's Marshall. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Back to throw. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Finds his big tight end. Tackle is made after the catch, but use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Marshall. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Cobb. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to...
Wide open spaces. Turning on the Jets. At the 30. 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Quarterback making checks. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Quick completion on the out. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Dropping back, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Makes the grab. He's loose. And he's brought down after a nice game.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Picks up the first down, still moving. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. And the Rams are moving quickly down the field.
42 Spider.
Wants to go up top on first down. Rush is on him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Rams trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Here we go.
Leaves it with the running back. It's a seam wide open. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Colorado State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but Hugh did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Colorado State, 14. Georgia Southern, 7.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. Now the play fake. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He'll pull it down. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want him to be physical.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate, give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Skips away from pressure. He's got it wrapped up.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 6 DBs on the field in my dime package and I can still get home rushing 4. My guys up front are better than your guys, and we're going to go prove it. And they did just that.
The kick is on its way. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a man. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Pulls it in. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Marshall. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And the Rams are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And how about this young fella? He's slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working. Using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but left some points off the scoreboard there.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
And the pass is broken up, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag on the field, and they may be throwing it in reverse. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Looking to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Oh, they're after him. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. He was able to pick up a few, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll be 4th down at the 41.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Colorado State.
The Rams will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And the return man is stopped, and now we'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Quarterback running on the draw. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Wants to throw. It's French. Got his man on the right. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Eagles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. They'll run the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. They're scrambling to get to the line quickly for this big 4th down attempt. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Looking to the big tight end. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
With the catch, it's Marshall. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
All kinds of time to survey the field, and he'll let it go to the left. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Back to pass, it's French. Got it in the middle, it's Cobb. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Colorado State 14, Georgia Southern 7.
The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll start the third quarter with the run. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back has it. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The play action fake. Going downfield for the big play. Makes a grab on the right. There he goes. Oh, he's got some space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Eagle!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Southern Miss is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by a field goal over Utah. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To the air, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Bringing the heat. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. He steps and powers and works his way, and they finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
14.
Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Handoff to the lone back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
To throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Starting to feel a little pressure. With the catch, it's Marshall. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Rams have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give from the gun. Powers through the defender. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. A great job by that young man.
And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time he's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Marshall. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the 4th quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that 4th down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Back to throw, it's French. Here's a heat. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Across the 25, he's got room. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Back to pass on second down. Using the quick game. And just when you think you've seen every move, he's got another one, and he's out to the 40.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. They go to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Looking downfield, it's French. Catch in the middle, it's Gary. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Eagles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work. The give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. No more room to rise. This defense rises up on third down, and now it's fourth down from the 22. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a two-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on first down. Using his feet to buy time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Got it! Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off the money with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse,